All right, back with another top 10 list. We're doing top 10 offensive tackles. So, yeah, let's just get into the list, starting off with number 10. Number 10 here is maybe a bit of a hot take, but a guy who I think has really kind of flown under the radar and been really good is Colts tackle Bernard Rainman, who, again, I'll mention some PFF grades here just because that's a stat to use for offensive linemen. There aren't that many stats to use, so that's why I use that one. 7th highest graded tackle last season. In his rookie year, he was 25th. So young player who has really, actually not that young. He's 26, entered the league late, but has been in the league for not a while, but has really shown a lot in the small time he's been here. So yeah. Really good player. He is number 10 on the list. Now we're going with Lane Johnson, who, Rainman was a kind of a new player. Johnson, obviously a veteran at 34 years old, and it did get injured last year, so that's why he's been knocked down. Older, coming off an injury. If that wasn't the case, he'd probably be higher on the list. A guy who has pretty consistently been really good for the Philadelphia Eagles for quite some time. So, if he was a little bit, I think in previous years I probably had him higher on this list, but still it'd be hard to take him off the list altogether. I'm sure he'll be still very good next year. Number 8, I am going with Pro Football Focus's 4th highest graded player last season. Only at 8, though, and I think the reason is kind of clear. So he's someone who plays for the Jets now, had a long career with the Dallas Cowboys prior to this, got $20 million for a one-year deal with the Jets, and was PFF's highest graded pass blocker last year on top of it. The issue is just how many snaps are you going to get out of Tyron Smith? Last year you got nearly 1,000. That's great. That was including playoffs, but still, you'll certainly take that, and the Jets would be thrilled if that's what they get. But we've just seen so many injuries pop up with him over the years, and even his healthy years, he usually is playing through something. So because of that, you have to dock him. But is there potential he could be the best tackle in football next year? Absolutely. So it'd be insane to leave him off the list altogether, in my opinion. Number 7, another Colts tackle. I'm going with Braden Smith, a guy who was, even 2 years ago when there was kind of that, everyone got worse, he actually was kind of one of the guys who survived the Frank Reich reign in that season. This year did get banged up a little bit, so that's unfortunate, but still, again, look at PFF grades, put up as good of grades as he tends to. One of the better run blocking tackles you'll see, really good in run blocking, but also can pass block as well. So yeah, he makes the list at 6. Number 6 on my list is Pro Football Focus's 9th highest graded tackle last year. That is his career high in terms of ranking in PFF grades, although he's actually had a higher grade in 2020. Been just a consistently really good tackle for them, kind of a do-it-all type guy, can run block and pass block really well. So, I think that he definitely is worthy of a spot on the list, and with his kind of consistency, that's why I decided to put him at 6. Number 5 is Christian Darrisaw, who was Pro Football Focus's 8th highest graded tackle, 3rd highest graded pass blocker. And I think I tend to be someone who kind of values pass blocking and run blocking pretty similarly. A lot of people value pass blocking a lot more important for tackles, which is, I suppose, fair. I would say I value pass blocking a little bit higher, just not as much as other people do. So I think Darrisaw might, even though me and someone else might completely agree with who he is as a player, someone else might just put him higher on their list given how they value his skill set. Unreal pass protector and still a really good run blocker. It's not like his run blocking is bad or anything like that. So been a really good player for Minnesota, and you could certainly argue that 5 is too low, but I think he is easily a top 5 guy. Number 4, I'm sticking with the Philadelphia Eagles. So Lane Johnson made the list at 9. Mailata makes the list at 4. And just a little teaser, this will not be the only team that gets multiple tackles in the top 10. But yeah, Mailata, again, what can be said about him that hasn't already been said? Dominant in both pass blocking and run blocking, has been consistent for several years now. We're in a real, kind of a golden era of offensive linemen. It's kind of crazy that he's only at number 4 with just how much he does. Number 3, I decided to go with Tristan Wirfs. I think that there is real value in him showing that he can legitimately win an All-Pro, flip to the other side of the field, and still play at as good of a level on that side of the field as well, because he played right tackle to start his career, now plays left tackle and is just as good at it. PFF's second highest graded pass protector and fifth highest graded overall offensive lineman. So again, you could talk me into Mailata over Wirfs, but I think that these are, two just incredible players. And number 2 on the list is a guy who, I teased it earlier, multiple Lions offensive linemen make the multiple Lions tackles make the top 10. They also had their center was number 2 on my interior offensive lineman list, and they almost had another guy make that list. Lions offensive line, really good. Penei Sewell, really good. You could make an argument for him being number 1. I still like my pick at number 1 a little more, but Penei Sewell was the highest graded player according to PFF last year, largely due to his 95 run block grade, which was easily the best in football. So his pass blocking is still really good. Totally lives up to the hype so far for the Lions, but there's one guy who I still decided to put higher on the list. I'm still going Trent Williams. In previous years, there wasn't even a debate. Trent Williams was number 1 with a bullet. That's it. This year, there's a debate. I still think he's number 1, though. I still think that he's, I would say he's a better pass protector than Penei Sewell, and I think their run blocking is I said it was by a decent margin that Penei Sewell had a better run blocking grade. It actually isn't that much. Williams isn't that far behind him. Williams has been consistently the best tackle for years. I think last year we saw Sewell have his kind of a career year, and even with that, basically had a Trent Williams type season. And I think you could still argue Williams was a better pass protector, although they were both unreal. So again, I think there will be a passing of a torch. I think Sewell will be number 1, soon, but I think for now I'm still going with the veteran, but we'll see how long that lasts. So yeah, that's my tackle rankings. What do you think? Who would you have? What do you agree with? What do you disagree with? Let me know in the comments below. Always love hearing from you. And of course, as always, thanks for watching.